Hello and good afternoon, and welcome to another video from T.W White Sons Mazda. Okay, so change of location for us today. We normally film our videos a bit further up the road in a little car park near our dealership. However, we have just moved premises, so our old site, while we still have access to it, I thought I'd come down here and do a sort of final video on the forecourt, because we have now moved to newer premises on Guildford Road. And got plenty of space down here to be able to do a used car video. Now, I'm really sorry if you can't hear me. The wind noise is a little bit bad today, even though it's a really lovely sunny day. It's a bit windy down here. So we're very fortunate to just have taken this car in part exchange. This is a 2019 on a 19 plate Mazda 3. This car's the GT Sport Tech specification. That's the 2 litre SKYACTIV-G 122 PS petrol engine. We took it in part exchange from an existing customer of ours. He had a number of Mazdas from us, and he's just taking delivery of a brand new CX-5 and part exchanging this absolutely beautiful Mazda 3 with us. The car's the sort of flagship specification. It's as far as you can go in terms of a Mazda 3. The amount of kit on these is absolutely insane. You get so much as standard. I'll talk you through as much of the spec as I can as we go around the car. And it's in wonderful condition. We're very fortunate with a lot of very conscientious owners who part exchange their cars with us, and they've been well looked after. But this is a particularly bold example. The only thing I've managed to find on it, so I've been around the car, is one very little mark on this alloy wheel here, which we will have refurbished. Other than that, the car is spotless. It's in beautiful condition. It's got a full and complete service history with us. It was very recently serviced by us while the customer was actually waiting for his new car to be delivered, and he put the car through a service in an MOT. And yeah, full and complete Mazda dealer history with us, sold by us from new. It doesn't really get better than this. A Mazda 3 is quite an unusual car. It's sort of Mazda's equivalent of a Golf or a Focus in terms of size, but it is a little bit bigger. You do get a bigger boot, which I'll show you now, and a level of kit that is yeah, enough to put any sort of rival model to shame. So as you see, you get a really good sized boot, beautifully looked after, in wonderful condition. You do get black leather in this car as well, but I'll show you that as we go round. And being a GT Sport Tech, of course, you get reversing sensors. You also get a rear camera that you can see there. But one step better than that, you actually get a 360-degree view camera, which I'll show you what that is in a second. You're greeted on entry with this beautiful black leather interior. It's perforated leather, and it's got like a sort of orange or red inlay on the perforation. It's really subtle, but enough to make it look a little bit different as you stand back from it. Something I'm a personal fan of. Dark headliner. I think that really adds to the premium feel of the car. LED interior lights, again, sounds something really trivial, but actually when you unlock the car and you walk up to it at night time and those LEDs come on, the whole of the interior is bathed in this lovely LED light. It looks really nice as you walk up to the car. Of course, you have all electric windows and power fold wing mirrors. So down here you've got electric memory seats. Now you can actually program these to the key, which I note the previous owner did do, because when I went to get in the car earlier, it was moving the seat as I got in. 8-way electric adjust with lumbar support on the driver's seat. Jump in and start the car up. Now all modern Mazdas are push button start. You just have to dip the clutch pedal, press this starter button here one time, the car comes into life. Now, the air conditioning will probably kick in a minute, because I had the aircon on as I was driving down here because it's so warm today. And you see your car's covered 30,158 miles, so well under average mileage for the car. You kind of anticipate 10 to 12 a year is kind of average, but supported by the service history this car's got, it's got a very average mileage on it. You'll notice here, I've left the multimedia system on a picture of the energy flow monitor. So the car is mild hybrid, it has a very small amount of hybrid assistance, but it's not something you could drive on pure electric. So you sort of wouldn't know this hybrid system was there unless you were told, really. It regathers power and saves energy for engine braking when you're slowing down, and tops up the battery accordingly. We'll also do it while you're idling, like it was just a moment ago. You'll also notice in the top corner here you've got cylinder deactivation. So because this is the SKYACTIV-G petrol engine, you're actually able to run this car on 2 cylinders. Now you have to do that through the own intuitive use of your own right foot, but if you're on a particularly flat surface and you're just coasting and you're being very gentle on the throttle, the car will go to run on 2 cylinders. Your miles per gallon increases substantially, and you can feel it kick back into 4 cylinders when you accelerate a little bit more or ask a little bit too much of it. But really good feature, certainly helps on sort of long range journeys with your miles per gallon. While we're here, I'll show you a few bits on the multimedia system. It has fully integrated navigation, as you can see here. Bluetooth hands-free phone connectivity. This is for audio streaming as well as phone calls. You've got USB, DAB digital radio and Bluetooth, you can see here. These, although this shape was the first of this shape actually to come out in 2019, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard on this car. So you just have to hardwire into a USB socket, which is just down here, using a genuine cable, and you can use a whole host of apps from your smartphone through this multimedia screen. And then you can use things like Waze, WhatsApp, Amazon Music, Spotify, whatever it might be, all at the press of a button, and totally hands-free, fully integrated. It is very, very good. A lot of manufacturers charge you a bit more money to install that to a car, but it is standard on Mazda 3. You can see here we've got dual zone climate control. Being a GT Sport Tech, not only do you have heated seats, you also have heated steering wheel. Absolute game changer for winter. Does this sort of between your sort of 10 and 2 position, so from this sort of bottom stitched area here up to this section. Doesn't do over the top of the wheel, because of course that's not where your hands should be, but if you have it on there on the winter, it really is a lovely feature. You've got some single shot CD, USB connectivity down here, a glorious 6-speed manual gearbox. This is one of the best features of the car for me, and it's got a very clever technology on it. When you go to change gears, it's actually sort of holding the revs in the correct place. So if you dip the clutch pedal, the revs will go down to where it needs to be for the next gear. So when you're changing from, say, second to third, you'll be at something like 3,000 revs. As you go to get out of gear and go for third, it'll already have the revs sat at around 2,000, ready to slot straight into that gear. It makes for absolutely seamless changes. Really subtle technology. You've got to drive it to be able to experience it, but it is really very good. And all your controls for your multimedia screen here, you use this sort of big command dial to move what's on screen. You've got electronic handbrake here. You just have to have your foot on the brake, press it down to take it off, put it back up to put it back on. Really is that simple. You also have a laser guided or radar cruise control. All your controls for Bluetooth here. Some very clever LED headlights on this car. Probably haven't got enough time to go into great detail in the video for them, but effectively we'll turn off individual LEDs, put your high beam on for you, put it down to low beam. If there's a car coming around the corner and you've got it on high beam, it will only turn a few LEDs off, so it still keeps another section of the road illuminated. It's very clever, and you've just got to be able to see it in action, something you get on this car. Automatic wipers. You also have a head-up display on this car. Now hopefully you're able to see this. Rather than looking down at the speedometer here, as you look up, you'll notice on the windscreen there, hopefully I can get it to focus, you see where it says 0 miles per hour and 30 miles per hour. So that's projected onto the windscreen through this little box down here, yeah, we'll show you things like your satellite navigation information, blind spot monitoring information. It really is an absolute game changer. A lot of people are very nervous about using it and saying it'll be in your view and in your peripheral vision. It isn't. It's actually great to have that information a lot higher up without having to look down at the dials all the time. We'll show you the 360 camera while we're here as well. So as you go for reverse, you'll notice you get that 360 degree view. So you've got at the sides of the car here and all around the front. So it really is a bird's eye view of where the car is. So if you're parking in between sort of white parking bays, it's absolutely made for it. Really is a nice addition to the car. Turn the car off. I forgot to mention, another vital feature of this car has a Bose Stereo. It really is an incredible sound system. Mazda have a very good relationship with Bose. They've been making stereos for Mazdas for years and years and years, as long as I can remember. But the stereo in this car is particularly good. It's a really excellent sound quality. Yeah, you can get it to some incredible volumes, to the point where you probably can't turn it up any louder because it hurts your ears too much. It really is that good. The car will be supplied with a 12-month Mazda warranty. That's parts, labour. It's all included in the advertised cost of the car, and that is a Mazda-backed dealer warranty. So, you know, could be honoured at any Mazda dealer up and down the country. And we do offer nationwide delivery. So even if you aren't local to us, you can still buy with confidence. If you're in any hesitation about the condition of this car, I can assure you, you don't need to have any. It is absolutely beautiful, a real gem. If you've got any other questions, by all means pick up the phone to us. And thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Cheers then. Bye.